Our feature interview today is with Jonathan Lee, a young Korean-American peace and environmental activist, and his father, Mr. Lee Kyung-tae. So let's talk about that event you just held on March 21st along the Imjin-gak, a few kilometers away from the border, to celebrate the 3rd International Children's Peace Day. First of all, what was the event?
Well, basically, it's a day of remembrance for children in areas of conflict. Well, with the past 3 years or so being focused on, children in Korea. But basically, about 300 people, attended this year. And we just had various activities related to, educating about, the situation in Korea. And also, we had like a bike tour along the DMZ as well. So,
300 people participated in the event.
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty impressive.
like 50 of them were from foreign nations, so.
And I understand that you also invited children from North Korea to attend?
Well, we had been, but, we haven't really gotten response, regarding that because, situation's not too great.
Right. So you actually requested North Korean authorities to send children.
Well, yeah,
to
that
this
was
event.
actually the main, goal. One of the main goals of the 2010 trip was to see if we could start an event with North and South Korean children, but they said it was basically impossible until a peace treaty was signed, between the U.S., South Korea, and North Korea.
What do you think about that? Does that discourage you?
Well, no, I mean, I've kept on going, it's just, I guess I kind of live off the encouragement from others. And even the people, or the general that I met in North Korea, one of them said that I should hurry up and make the Children's Peace Forest, to encourage peaceful relations, so, yeah.
What about people who think your ideas are impossible? I mean, there must be people like that as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be, the other side of the story, and, there are people that bring up some really good points, like, for example, the landmines in the DMZ. That's a real problem. And I've actually talked with some people that are working on a way, like an effective way to remove, pretty much all the landmines. But again, constructive criticism is always, very helpful.
So how often do you come to Korea?
Well, I used to average about 2 trips a year, but now it's kind of slowed down to about 1 a year.
So when you come, you probably have some, mission in mind. What's your mission this time around?
Well, now, I don't know if you've heard, but I'm potentially going to be picketing in Japan, at Yasukuni, to raise awareness about the issue with, the comfort women, and also promoting peace in Asia. But also after that, I'm going to come back to Korea. My dad's going to go home, and I'm going to stay here for about 3 months and learn Korean here. So,
Really? What,
yeah.
what about your school back in the States?
Well, I'm homeschooled, so, it's all online tutoring.
I
stuff
see,
like that.
I see. What do you think young people like you can do to contribute to resolving, the hostilities on the Korean Peninsula?
Well, you can always voice your opinions, go out and demonstrate or whatever, but, even that, anything, you can think of, no matter how small, if we all, kind of collectively work together, we'll make a difference. So
And
that's how it works.
And what do you want to ultimately see happening?
Well, peace in Korea, reunification, hopefully, once, the relationship between the two countries improved and there's a mutual understanding,
I understand that you're also interested in the ecosystem near the Tokdo Islets.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in the extinction of sea lions in that area. Tell us about that.
Well, the whole, I guess, catchphrase was 독도 파라사자 다시 돌아오게 하고 싶어요. And so basically it's to restore the ecosystem. Since back in the early 20th century, Japanese fishermen killed all the sea lions there. It's basically to try and get them back. But right now I've been mainly focused on, North-South Korea and also the Yasukuni issue.